My name is Michael Kelly. I'm the founder of GIY. So GIY is a social enterprise that supports people to grow some of their own food as a lever to a healthier and a more sustainable life. So we encourage people to grow food and help them to do that, either at home, in school, in the community or in the workplace. GIY is based here in Grow HQ, so it's in Waterford City. We're only a couple of miles from the city centre here. Visitors can come here and they can learn how to grow food and they can learn how to cook food, but most importantly I think they get to eat food that's homegrown. At the start it was very much a volunteer-led model, but we employ 30 staff now, or just over 30 staff who are passionate about the mission that we have. But obviously then the projects that we support in communities and schools and workplaces that's volunteer led, and so our job is about supporting those champions to create food growing projects in those locations as well. Around 1 million people will take part in a GIY program in some form or other this year, and that's the kind of the scale we kind of need to operate at, because the global food system is such a huge contributor to climate change that we really need to create a food system from the ground up that's more sustainable, that's focused on food that's healthy for people and planet. Overall, our income stream come from lots of different areas, but in terms of kind of the the traded income, the non-grant income, we provide effectively products and services. So it's everything from the €2 or €3 packet of seeds, to sustainable food programs in corporates, and even then obviously here at Grow HQ it's a food and beverage hospitality business effectively, so that side of things is very important. But the product that is kind of an anchor for a lot of that activity is called GrowBox, which is effectively a product we developed to try and simplify food growing, make it straightforward for people and give them everything they need to grow food right out of the box. And it's the sort of core product then for the kind of corporate programs that we run out there as well. I think we've been very lucky as a social enterprise to kind of get support from, I think, initially organisations that were focused on supporting social enterprises. So the likes of Social Entrepreneurs Ireland, Rethink Ireland, Ashoka, were huge sort of early stage and then growth stage funders of ours. We've also had a lot of state funding. Even this facility, when we set up, we got a lot of support from the local enterprise office. We run some programs with Healthy Ireland and other government partners as well at a national level. And then I think the other category, I guess, are some of the corporate partners that we have. So we've worked with the likes of Innocent and Energia, running food growing campaigns, and we're very lucky to have those kind of partners to work with to really scale out the work that we're doing. Last year, around 1 million people took part in a GIY campaign, so that's the kind of level we operate at. I think that's amazing, but not enough. The UN has designated this the Decade of Action for Climate Change, and we set ourselves a goal of reaching 100 million GIYers over that 10-year period, which is a very sort of scary target for a small social enterprise, but I think we've proven we can do at scale growing campaigns around the world, and we just need to ramp that up. So COVID has had a huge impact on us, as it has for most organisations. I think fundamentally it was a sort of a double-sided coin. On the negative side, obviously, a food and beverage business like we have here, we've been operating under restrictions for 17-18 months now, either closed or partially closed. So that's been very difficult. We haven't been able to run training courses here that we normally would, but actually the positive of that was that we moved a lot of our training courses online, which had a huge positive impact in terms of the reach. And I think in general we just saw this absolutely huge surge in interest in food growing. It started pretty much straight away when the first lockdown happened in the spring of last year, and it's really continued. Our job really has been trying to keep up with that demand and make sure we've got programs there that can support these kind of new entrants, which is very exciting and very daunting for us as well to make sure we can adapt to that. I think the one thing that would really help GIY grow is that we need visionary partners. So if you think about that 100 million GIYers goal before the end of 2030, which is, like a ridiculously ambitious but really necessary goal for us to have. We need, partners to come on board, whether that be, philanthropic or corporate or public sector partners. It could be a combination of all of those things that share our vision. So we need partners to come on board and support us and who share that vision and can help us reach that 100 million GeoWires goal. So I think that there's two things that government needs to do to support social enterprise. I think social enterprise needs a distinct legal form here, the way it has in the UK. So there's like community interest companies in the UK. We don't have that here, and so social enterprise often gets sort of stuck in a kind of in limbo between the for-profit world and charity, and we are neither. And then I think the second thing is that government is obviously a huge purchaser of products and services, and so I think for all parts of the state to rally around the sector and use us, to deliver services where we can be a lever of the state's action around COVID and around climate change and other crises that are out there. The state, I think, needs to use us to mobilise the social enterprise sector and make those changes that are really needed.